Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif making his speech at the UNGA, making it very clear the need of peace. But at the end of the day, ceasefire violations still continue. We're joined with us with senior Pakistani journalist Sami Ibrahim from ARY News. So how is the Pakistani media summing up or taking Nawaz Sharif's speech at the UNGA?
Well, the speech was comparatively good, but before that, his activities, there were a lot of questions in Pakistani media because he was kind of dull. He was not interacting with the world leaders. He didn't even attend two very important receptions, one by the Obama and the other by the Ban Ki-moon. So there were a lot of criticism in Pakistani media about it. But today's speech turned out to be very diplomatic. It turned out to be a good, balanced, and he touched every issue. I think this is what we all expect. I mean, in a forum like United Nations, and the thought he presented, he was asking for the dialogue. He was asking that we should not do LOC violations.
They need to walk the talk, isn't it?
No, we basically, if you look at if you hear the Pakistani side, they have their story. And if you go to the Indian side, they say that that was decided in the UFA. But today, what he said dialogue again, to the composite dialogue he's talking about. And he then, in a very diplomatic way, he said that India, the wisdom dictates that India should not help creating instability in Pakistan. So indirectly, he was pointing out to the dossier. So, but the important thing is that he didn't name India and he didn't point it.
What he did, he had to.
But he did indicate. But he had to say that. But there's, to me, when I look at the way Prime Minister spoke, there's a desire that he wants to have, he wants to take relationship to upper level, to improve it. And he's looking at Modi that
can't happen without a meeting between the two leaders, isn't it, Sami?
Well, I mean, meeting is not very important because when the meeting happens, a lot of groundwork is done before. And the problem is that nothing is being done. There is no contact at any level.
So it's time for groundwork to begin at least?
I believe it's time to groundwork, and I think it is in the interest of the region that we should, as Prime Minister pointed out, that the biggest enemy is poverty, unemployment. And I think if we should focus on that, this is what is very important. And I know you cannot sort out the issue of Kashmir, but it has become so much sensitive, and there is so much hype that put at least this thing in your agenda, and you can. Nobody's asking you to take a decision in 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 year, for God's sake. I mean, just be part of agenda, and let's discuss about something else.
Well, that's right. Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, as expected, raking up the Kashmir issue in his speech in the UNGA, trying to play the victim card yet again in presence of the international community at the UN forum. What Nawaz Sharif needs to understand, that if Pakistan stops harbouring and sponsoring terrorists and at the same point of time halt the cross-border violations, ceasefire violations, half of the problems would be automatically sorted out. And when it comes down to issue of Jammu and Kashmir, it is, and it will remain an integral part of India. And if Pakistan wants to discuss Kashmir, it needs to be bilaterally done. And it has been supported by the international community yet again. And now it's the MEA, External Affairs Minister, who will reply back to Nawaz Sharif tomorrow itself in her speech in UNGA. With video journalist Braja Kishore Mal, this is Aishwarya Kapoor from New York for Times Now.